Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. So today's video we have a massive PSA return. There's like 260 something cards in here, so I haven't got a lot of time to go through every single card. We're pretty much just going to roll straight through them, not covering up the grade or anything like that. The majority of this stuff will be for sale. I'll probably point out the stuff I'm going to keep, but most of this is kind of low-end stuff that I don't really collect graded. So yeah, let's just get right into it. This is from the July special, so this is $18 a card. I expected this to be back next year, to be honest. I didn't think PSA was going to be able to live up to the turnaround times. But in the end, this submission took like 3 months, which I was really impressed by. The kind of weird thing is that I still haven't got back my Feb 21 submission, which I sent via Graded Gem. So I don't really understand why PSA is already processing like newer bulk orders and not going and processing the stuff from like 18 plus months ago. But yeah, it is what it is. I think they really just want to prioritize individual customers over the dealers. So yeah, first up we have two 1.5 print trap holes. One of them's a bit faded. I was really hoping to get at least 110 out of these, but they both got 9, so it is what it is. Next up is a 1.5 print Celtic Guardian. This one did get a Gem Mint 10, which is awesome. And that'll be for sale, as with most of the stuff. Alright, next up is a wavy, kind of faded, right leg of the Forbidden One. Now this one was pack fresh. It is off center, so I thought it might not get a 10, but I'm not very happy with the 8 on it. So I may resub this somewhere else like CGC, I haven't really decided. Next up is a wavy Soul Exchange. You guys can see the texture on the foil. Again, I was kind of hoping for a 10, but it is a bit off center, so I'm okay with the 9. Next up, we have a wavy Unlimited Maneater Bug. Would have kept this if it had gotten a 9. I think it's pack fresh. It's just kind of got like some print dots on the back and stuff like that. But yeah, as an 8, it doesn't really fit the rest of my wavy Unlimited collection, so I'm probably just going to sell it. Next up, these two are not for sale. These are Glossy Unlimited. I was really hoping for a 10 on the poly, but both of them just got 9s, which is still okay for my set, because my set is 9 or higher. But yeah, I might resub the poly, because that's easily the cleanest poly I've ever seen, Glossy Unlimited, and it's got great centering as well. We got a few more Glossy Unlimited cards. This is a right arm of the Forbidden One. I bought this as a PSA 5. I have no idea why it got a 5, but yeah, it's an 8 now. And then two trap holes. Both of these are glossy. I think I was hoping for an 8 and a 9. We just got two 8s, but yeah, it is what it is. And again, both of those are for sale. Alright, next up we're getting into the first edition, like original LOB to AST stuff. This is probably the biggest section. I think I sent over 100 first set LOB to AST hollows. None from the first couple of sets. They start with Magic Ruler. And on the whole, I've got to say, I was pretty disappointed with the grades on these. The majority of this stuff, well, all of it is pack fresh. The majority of it is very clean and also centered, like this black pendant, for example. I thought this would be a pretty easy 10, and we just got a 9. Same thing with the Banisher. I'm not sure if I'm going to resub these, because it does make quite a big difference to the value if they're a 10 rather than a 9. But at the same time, the cost of resubmitting really just takes a lot out of the margin. So I haven't really decided yet. So yeah, so far just a bunch of 9s on these classic super rares. Some of them are off center, some of them are fair enough grades. This Gear Freak got an 8. It is definitely off center, but again, this is a pack fresh card. Maybe a little bit of waxing in the middle, but in my opinion, there's no way that should be an 8. And another Gear Freak, this one's got better centering, and that got a 9. Right, limiter removal got a 9. Another one also got a 9. Backup soldier 9. This is the kind of card it kind of hurts to get a 9 on, because that is really not going to be worth anything as a PSA 9. And I had about 7 or 8 of these that were pack fresh. I sent the best centered, cleanest copy. Really should be a 10 in my opinion, but there's not much I can do about it at this point. Bazoo the Soul Eater also got a 9. This is Labyrinth of Nightmare now. Sent a couple of Jar of Greeds. I think I was hoping for a 9 and a 10, and we got an 8 and a 9. So that's kind of just the story of this submission. We did get quite a few 10s overall out of the whole 260 cards, but probably about a third of the number I was expecting. I think I got about 40 to 45 10s in here, and I was hoping for like 100 to 120. So here's the first classic 10. This is a Ryoku Field, probably the lowest value holo we've looked at so far, so it's kind of unfortunate that this is the one that gets the 10. But yeah, still a cool card to hit a gem mint 10 on. Mask of Dispel, I would have loved a 10, just got a 9. Mask of the Accursed did get a 10, so that's a pretty cool gem. Defusion, just a 9. That one is kind of off-center, so fair enough. Alright, and now we're on to Legacy of Darkness. This is a pack fresh creature swap. It is way off-center, so I guess that's why I got an 8. This one is really nice. This is one of my favorite gems from the submission. Exiled Force, PSA 10. I think this is probably my favorite Legacy of Darkness super rare. Just a really cool card, very playable as well. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. And we also got a gem mint 10 on this twin-headed behemoth. Now we're into Pharaonic Guardian. Now I sent about 10 or 11 PGD cards. I don't think any of them got 10s. So yeah, the grader really didn't like this set for whatever reason. We got an 8 on the Visor Shock, 8 on the Rope of Life. Again, all of this stuff is literally pack fresh. I bought this direct from a seller who pulled them. 9 on the Nightmare Wheel, which is fair because that's off-center. 8 on a Necro Valley, which kind of hurts considering it's just a super rare. 9 on this Trapper Border Razor. 8 on the Gravekeeper's Chief. Again, like with all of these cards, there's no way I would have sent this if I thought it deserved an 8. And you guys can see that card is pack fresh. Just no kind of scratching, no waxing, nothing. And the centering looks fairly good as well. Maybe a little bit off top to bottom, but I can't really see how that's an 8 from any kind of fair standards. This Dark Room of Nightmare is a 7. Now, I don't know if I missed a dent on that or something along those lines. I could believe it because there weren't that many random grades. Like, most of it was just too harsh rather than completely wrong. So yeah, you guys might be able to see something. I'm looking at it through the camera, so it's kind of hard to tell. But it definitely looks pretty clean. Barrel Behind the Door got a 9. Statue of the Wicked also a 9. Book of Life got a 9. And Sasuke Samurai. This is kind of one of my favorite super rares, mostly just because of the artwork. So I would have quite liked a 10 on this, but it is what it is. None of the PGD got 10s, like I said. Alright, now MFC, I think we only had 3 cards. X-Head Cannon and a couple of Spell Shield type 8s. Again, these are all pack fresh. This got an 8 just because of the centering, which is kind of rough. And these, I was really thinking both of them could get 10s, but at least one of them would. And they just both got 9s. Alright, next up is Dark Crisis. Now, I sent a ton of stuff from this set because I had pretty much the entire set pack pulled from one of the collection purchases I made earlier this year. So pretty much everything in the set was pack fresh, clean enough to grade. And I sent a couple of them, like the Exodia Necross and things, with a higher priority service, but most of it I just saved for the bulk. Because as 9s, DCR doesn't tend to be worth a great amount of money. So this was a PSA 9 the first time I subbed it. It's now an 8. Really not sure why. It's a pack fresh card. Very, very clean. I think it deserves a 10, so this one I will resub for sure. Guardian Grarl got a 9. Guardian Seal got a 10. Blast Hell by Tribute got a 9. Interdimensional Matter Transporter got a 9. It is good to see that most of this stuff at least didn't get like 8s. Because if these were getting 8s, then I think I would actually lose money on what I had paid to submit each card. As 9s, I mean, I paid $18 a card. Most of them are worth at least like 30, 40 bucks. So it kind of works out. It's just a shame that there weren't a few more 10s in there. This one is a pretty nice 10, cost down. Not sure if I'm going to keep that one or sell it. Kaiser Glider also got a 10. Mirage Knight would have loved a 10 on this, just got a 9. Zork also got a 9. Terror King Archfiend got a Gem Mint 10. Spell Vanishing got a 9. Elma, this is my favorite super rare from this set. Would have really loved a 10 on this, but just a 9. Different Dimension Dragon did get a Gem Mint 10. Mudora got a 9, and I think this is the final card from Dark Crisis that I sent. Berserk Dragon, also a 9. Alright, next up is Invasion of Chaos. I sent 2 Strike Ninjas. I was hoping for a 9 and a 10. Got an 8 and a 9. Not the first time that's happened in this submission. I think the weaker copy, I mean, it's really worth nothing as an 8, so I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with it. I might just put it back in my binder. This one I will resub, because from what I recall, this had a pretty good chance for a 10. Alright, Leviathan Dragon Daedalus. Already have a gem of this, so this is probably for sale. But again, I really don't know why this stuff got 8s. I mean, if you guys check out the condition, I'm not joking when I say this is pack fresh. Like, I have a good relationship with the seller. She told me that she pulled all of these herself, sleeved them directly, and looking over them in person, I'd say it was true for sure. Dark Mirror Force got a 9. Invader of Darkness, just an 8. Big Burn got a 9. This is probably the least holographic card from old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that's a holo. I mean, if you guys check this out, there's a tiny bit of holo, but it's pretty much just foil bleed. It doesn't really have any kind of foil pop going on. Wild Nature's Release also got a mint 9. This got an 8. Again, very confusing grade. It's a pack fresh card. DD Designator got a 9. Trap Jammer also got a 9. And that is it for Invasion of Chaos. Now, Ancient Sanctuary I think did better than most of the other sets. So this was this card was not pack fresh. This was separate. I think this has some scratching on the back. So 9 is completely fair enough. And then this is the copy which was pack fresh. Got a gem in 10. Again, Curse of Anubis. This one was off center. Got a 9. And then this one was centered. Got a 10. I think with both of those two 10s, I have either 7 or 8 out of the Ancient Sanctuary Ultra Rares as 10. So I might try and get the whole set. This is one of the ones I'm still missing. Got an 8 for some reason. Again, I'm guessing it's just centering because all of these cards are super clean. And Gear Golem also got an 8. Spirit of the Pharaoh, this is one of the other ultras that I still don't have as a 10. This one is off center, so the 9 is fair enough, and I'm probably going to keep that. And now we're on to super rares. Most of these didn't do that well. 9, 8, 9. I would have loved a 10 on that one. Legacy Hunter did get a 10. I think that was the only 10 we hit out of the super rares. 9 and another 9. Oh, and okay, a little more than I thought. Right, but that's it for the LOB to AST first set stuff. Now we're on to a mix of Unlimited. So first up we have a LOD-EN Dark Ruler. Pretty cool card. I ended up getting 2 of these, so I just thought I may as well sub one of them. I thought it might be able to get a 10, but I'm okay with a 9 as well. Now we have some LOB Unlimited. Just regular original print. This isn't wavy, glossy, 1.5, faded, anything like that. This got a 9. Curse of Dragon also got a 9. 2 of those. I think I was, again, hoping for a few more 10s on these, but they, for sure, were not all 10 candidates. Some of them were just 9s. I think I sent 3 Mystical Elves. We got 2 9s and a Gem Mint 10 as well. And the one that got a 10 actually is one of those little foil shifts, which is nothing crazy, but for LOB original print Unlimited, you got a lot of these kind of baby shifts going on. Dark Hole 9, Polymerization 9, Swords Revealing Light 9, and Trap Hole 9. I think that's all of the super rares. Now, I almost subbed an entire Exodia set. I kind of wish I'd held out now, because if you guys check this out, alright, that's an extra, but out of these, we got a almost a complete Exodia set in PSA 9 consecutive serial numbers. Sadly, I did not have a left arm to submit at the same time. It would have been pretty cool to grade a consecutive PSA 9 set, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll probably try and sell these for all as a bundle. They're actually all the exact same original print as well. It's this kind of, probably late 2002 or so. This is the print you normally get when you open an unlimited booster box. Alright, and got an unlimited Karibo 9. That one is slightly faded, but nothing crazy. Relinquished MRL PSA 9. Now, most of these unlimited lower-end cards I only sent them because I thought these were like surefire 10s. And even then, we didn't get a very good 10 ratio, so that kind of sucks. Parasite did get a 10, as did Fearfree the Iron Knight. All of the unlimited stuff is for sale, by the way. Magical Hats just got a 9. Mirror Wall also got a PSA 9. As did Grave Robber. And this kind of stuff, to be honest, if I'd known I was just going to get 9s, I probably wouldn't have submitted it, because I'm really not sure what like an unlimited PSA 9 Grave Robber is worth. Probably around $25, so sending it for 18 bucks really doesn't make much sense. Both of those got 9s. Destiny Board also got a 9. This is all original print, by the way. None of these are reprints. Mask of Restrict, 9. Royal Command, 9. Dark Bolter got a 10, which is kind of cool. Hellpomer got an 8. I guess just because of the centering. All of this stuff was definitely packed fresh. Then X-Head Cannon got a 9. Y Dragon Head also got 9. Skilled White Magician, 9. Skilled Dark Magician, 9. Mirage Knight got a 9. Then I sent 2 Unlimited Judgment of Anubis. Again, a very low value card. I just thought both of them could get 10s. And in this case, they did. So that's good, at least. Alright, this got a 6. The Agent of Judgment, Saturn. I have no idea why it got a 6. There might be something on there. I probably didn't look this over as carefully as like the first ed stuff, but to be honest, pretty much every card I send to PSA these days, I do look it over fairly carefully because the grading costs are higher, so like missing dents and bends and things like that can cost you quite a lot of money. Alright, Ghost Knight Jackal got a 9. Sanctuary in the Sky also got a 9. And Zaborg got an 8. Again, not sure why. That's a pack fresh card. Alright, so now we're on to kind of like promos and things like that. I don't think we have any more elevated AST era stuff to go. First up is a DP2 Ring of Defense. This, I think, was just thrown in as a freebie with a purchase I made at some point. It's not really the kind of card I would go and try and buy a clean copy of, but it was actually really clean. It was packed fresh, so I figured it could get a 10. Just got a 9, unfortunately, but that's still a pretty cool card that you don't see around every day. Now we got some video game promos. These were not all packed fresh. Like, I think the Graceful Dice was just a 9. I mean, it got an 8, but it's not like I was expecting a 10 and it got an 8. Skull Dice also got an 8, which I think is pretty harsh, but they did have a couple of scratches on the foil. Now we got some Magnet Warriors. I think we almost got a consecutive 10 set. Yeah, so Alpha and Gamma got 10s, but sadly Beta just got a 9. And then the Valkyrian got a 9 as well. Widespread Ruin. This, I'm pretty sure, deserved a 10, but considering how like badly the rest of the submission went for 10 specifically, I'm not too surprised that anything didn't get a 10 at this point. Goblin Fan also got a 9. Then we got a couple of GX1 holos. These both got gem mint 10s. Spell Striker from WC07, gem mint 10. Exploder Dragon also got a 10. Oh wow, I didn't actually realize. So that's a complete consecutive serial number WC07 set. That's kind of cool. Sent, I think, 2 different Gemini Elves from IOC Special Edition. I think I was hoping for at least 110, but they both just got 9s. Total Defense Shogun, gem mint 10. These are tin promos now rather than video game promos. Blade Knight got a 9. Swift Guy got a 9. And Obnoxious Celtic Guard got a 10. Now on to CT03. The tin promos did do better on the whole for whatever reason than the set cards. So this got a gem mint 10. Shining Flare Wingman got a gem mint 10. Raviel got a 9. Yuria got a 9. And then Haman got a gem mint 10. Sapphire Pegasus got a 9. Volcanic Doomfire got an 8. I think just because of the centering. It is kind of shifted top to bottom. Rainbow Dragon got a gem mint 10, which is very cool. None of these are things that I collect graded, so this is all for sale as well. Plasma Vice also got a gem mint 10. And I think that's the end of the tin promos. Alright, so Relinquished. This is Master Collection 1. 9, 9. The Dark Ruler got a 10. And that's all the ones that I sent. Then McDonald's Pack 1, Goddess of Whim got a gem mint 10. And Dark Piercing Light got a mint 9. This one I think I did expect a 10 on, so it's another one of those cards where I'm not really sure if I'm going to resub it, just because of the value. But I do really like MP1, so I may resub it. Alright, I'd say we're about maybe 2/3 of the way through the submission at this point. We're over halfway for sure. We got a Flying Penguin from MP1, also a 9. Electrum from McDonald's Pack 2. Not sure what the pop on this is. I honestly haven't seen many McDonald's Pack 2 cards graded before. That got a 10. Sorcerer of Dark Magic from the movie pack got a 10. Blastsphere Shonen Jump promo, also that's a 9. Magician's Valkyria got a 9. This one I thought had a pretty good chance for a 10, but it is a bit off center. Yugioh Friendship. This one's for sure off center, so the 9 is fair. Now I sent a couple of cards from Gold Series. I bought a whole bunch of Pack Fresh Gold Series. I think it was about 60 to 70 Pack Fresh Gold Rares. And nearly all of them had like waxing and edge issues, and there's all sorts of stuff that you get with Gold Series 1 in particular. I sent the 2 cleanest holos from the entire lot, which was these 2. I thought both of these could get 10s, but for sure at least strong 9s. But we just got a 9 and an 8. So yeah, kind of rough. I'm not going to say they're flawless, because I think with Gold Series 1 that's pretty much never the case. But these have a lot less waxing and like chipping on the edges and corners and everything than any of the other cards that I got from that whole Pack Fresh lot. So yeah, they are as good as it gets, and it's kind of disappointing to not even get 9s on them. Alright, this is a European print Magician of Black Chaos from Premium Pack 1. And that is actually the final promo card. So from this point on, it's pretty much just Ultimate Rares. The Ultimate Rares, I think, did the worst out of anything I sent. Which kind of sucks, because if anything, these would be the cards that I cared the most about for my own collection out of what I sent. Nearly all of these I'm going to resub, to be honest. There's so much 10 potential in all these cards that I sent. And just getting 9s and 8s on pretty much every single card is kind of tough to accept with stuff that's really hard to find like this. So yeah, first up, Charcoal and Pachi. I thought this would get a 10. If you guys check it out, I think there's like a little bit of the waxing you get on the back, but much less than your average SOD card. And this is a card I really like as well. I don't know why it didn't get a 10, but yeah, I'm going to resell that. Again, pretty much all of the SOD. I mean, sure, some of it has waxing, some of it has like little bits of chipping, but this is as clean as you'll get for SOD on the whole. And we pretty much just got a straight sweep of 9s. The Rafflesia Seduction did get a 10, which is nice. But yeah, overall, pretty much no 10s on this stuff. Second, Penumbral Soldier Lady got a 9. Hammer Shot, 9. Ectoplasma, 9. Enervating Mist, 9. Greed, 9. Null and Void, 9. And Hallowed Life Barrier, 9. Ultimate rares are always something where it just varies a lot by grader. Some graders are fine with a bit of waxing, bit of stamping on the back, and they'll just give you straight 10s on pack fresh ultimate rares, as long as they have good centering. This grader definitely was not one of those. So I don't think we got any 10s from Rise of Destiny. Pretty much just a load of 8s and 9s. And some of these would be fair. I'm not saying every card that I sent deserved a 10. But yeah, for sure I expected a few 10s mixed in there. This one is actually a fair 8. It's got some whitening on the top, but if you guys check it out, it's actually a name shift. The name is shifted a decent amount below where it's supposed to be. Yeah, so that is all of the Rise of Destiny. No 10s on that. Next up is Flaming Eternity. I don't think we got any 10s on Flaming Eternity either. This got an 8. This is honestly the cleanest copy of this card I've ever found. It is off-center, so I didn't expect a 10. But if you guys check out the condition, this thing is beautiful. Like maybe the tiniest bit of waxing on the back. Clean edges, corners, both sides, and it got an 8. Alright, so that's all of the Flaming Eternity. Now we're on to... So I divided the rest of the Ultimate Rares between North American print and European print. And we're going to start with the North American stuff. Alright, so Mega Rock Dragon got a 9. I think that one was fair. Cybernetic Magician. This did get a Gem Mint 10, which is nice. Now this was maybe the best 10 we hit on any of the Ultimate Rares. This Miracle Fusion, if you guys remember, this was actually in one of my previous PSA returns, and it got a 6. I had to look over it. I couldn't see any reason for it to not be at least a 9, if not a 10. So I cracked it, resubmitted it, and this one did actually get a Gem Mint 10. DD Trap Hole got a 9. Dimension Wall also got a 10. BES Covered Core, 9. Chainsaw Insect, 9. Yeah, pretty much all of these just got 9s. And again, some of them are off-center. Some of them probably have a little bit of chipping somewhere from the factory. But these are all very clean, pack fresh Ultimate Rares. Alright, so all of those were 9s. And yeah, even most of the 10s we did get on the ultis were like the absolute lowest end ultis, like this Degenerate Circuit from CDIP. The foil is honestly kind of cool, but yeah, I don't think anyone really wants that as a Gem Mint 10 anyway. Trojan Blast got a 9, and I think this is the final NA print ulti, Radiant Mirror Force. I really thought this was a 10, so yeah, I don't know why that got a 9, but I probably will resubmit it. Alright, now this is going on to the European Ultimate Rares. So these are much harder to grade. I didn't expect as many 10s on these, obviously. 9s are very good grades for European Ultimate Rares on the whole. So yeah, Rottweiler got a 9. You guys can see the difference in foiling. This has a lot of pop compared to any of those NA print ultis from CRV. Dark Catapulter also got a 9. Goblin Elite Attack Force got a 9. BES Crystal Core also got a 9. DDM, again, a 9. I didn't actually count up how many 9s we got on this submission, but I assume it must have been like probably about 200 out of the 260 were just 9s. Bubble Shuffle also got a mint 9. System Down, mint 9. And this was the only European print PSA 10 Ultimate Rare we hit. If I was only going to choose one, this definitely wouldn't have been the one. But yeah, it is what it is. Still a pretty cool card to get as a European PSA 10. And then, yeah, again, just a ton of mint 9s. This is on to Shadow of Infinity now. Some of these I'm happy with as 9s. Like this Proto Cyber Dragon, for example, is pretty off-center. So 9 would be the best grade it could get. And I haven't decided with the European ultis if I'm going to sell them or keep them. To be honest, I probably would sell the majority of them, but only if it's for a decent amount more than a North American 9, because these are a lot harder to find and grade. Now we have 2 more stacks, and that's the entire return. So this is a Phantasmal Martyrs European print, PSA 9. Cyclone Boomerang just got an 8. Damage Condenser 9. Karma Cut 9. That's a pretty nice one. I don't care for a lot of the retail ultis, but that probably is one of the ones that I'll keep. Goblin Out of the Frying Pan got a 9. This one is pretty nice. I think this actually had a little bit more wear than the other cards as well, so a 9 is a solid grade on this. Diamond Dude European print. This is a first ed European Cyber Phoenix, mint 9. Oka also got a 9. Voltanis the Adjudicator just got a near mint to mint 8. Super Electromagnetic Voltec Dragon got a 9. Guard Penalty again got a mint 9. Clock Tower Prison got a 9. This one has a crazy pattern in first edition. One of the coolest looking first ed European ultis, Life Equalizer. This is pack fresh, and I would have liked a 9 on this. I think it got an 8 because of the back centering. But yeah, it's always kind of lame when back centering is the only reason that you don't get a 9 on something. Destruction of Destiny also got a near mint to mint 8. And D-Time, again, would have liked a 9 on this. I think it also has that back centering issue, so I'm not sure if that's why it got an 8. Yeah, I might even resub that one because it's one of the nicest looking Euro ultis from Yugioh. Alright, so we're pretty much at the end of the return. There's just one little stack left to go through. Starting off with a very cool card. You guys just check out the foil on this. This is an unlimited 2007 print Enemy of Justice Cyber Phoenix. So you guys already saw the first ed, which looks pretty decent as well. But those later prints of the unlimited European version just look incredible. These mostly only come from the 2007 Strike of Neo Special Edition, the European one specifically, where you get 1 pack of EOJ. So they are extremely hard to find, especially in like near mint condition. This one's off center, so it was never going to get 10, and I'm very happy with the 9 on that. Alright, now the last stack of cards, these are Lost Millennium European print cards. I put them after the others just because these are a lot cleaner in general than later European sets. You get a lot of actual gem worthy cards from the European print of the Lost Millennium, whereas like Cybernetic Revolution onwards, you pretty much always get chipping on the back and things like that. Now these are all pack fresh cards. I don't know what the grader was doing here, but we didn't get a single 10. Brain Control is off center, so that one's fair. But most of these other cards, like this Ancient Gear Beast, I would have thought this was a pretty easy 10. Didn't even get a 9. Most of them did get 9s, but we're talking about pack fresh, center, just absolutely mint cards. These are all came from one owner who pulled them directly from boxes again. So they're packed fresh. They have good centering. I have no idea why they're not 10s, but I'll have to resub all of these pretty much. You guys can see the foil looks just absolutely amazing on European TLM. Probably my favorite set of Ultimate Rares ever printed. Alright, so that's the final Yu-Gi-Oh card, and then I did actually sub one Pokemon card as well. Just a First Ed Haunter from Fossil that I had lying around. I really thought this would gem. It's got like a flawless front in terms of the foil, tiniest bit of factory silvering. The back is nice and clean, but I guess it's pretty hard to get 10s on Wizards of the Coast stuff. I might resub it though, just because a 9 is worth a lot less than a 10. And yeah, with that being said, we managed to get through that in 35 minutes, which actually is better than I expected. I remember I went through like a 90 card PSA return a while back, taking a bit more time, and that took about the same time just to get through 90, so I really wasn't sure how long it would take to get through like almost 300 cards. But yeah, we just about got it done in a reasonable amount of time. In terms of selling the cards, I'm going to sort them out, decide what I'm going to resell, what I'm going to sell. I would assume about like 150 of these slabs will be for sale as they are right now, soon. But I don't think I'm going to have the time to manage like individual people messaging me. So pretty much if you want any of the cards, just look out for them on my story on Instagram, and they will be on there at some point. And yeah, with that being said, that brings us to the end of this video. So this is Schlost signing out. I hope you guys all have a great day.